All right, it's my second time recording this because I thought I screwed up on the first one, so we're gonna redo this, right? I'm gonna teach you guys how to make native image ads. If you want some proof or credibility, I just had a 6K day, pretty much. I'll put like a photo or something somewhere on the screen. Doing just native image ads. My account has not touched a single video ad. Like, this product hasn't seen a single video ad. That's really it. I'm not selling anything. I don't have a course. I don't have a mentorship, nothing. This is just because my Discord told me to make a video and they keep on harassing me. So it's for you guys, I guess. All right, I'm gonna be eating and drinking this in the meantime. So like, if you hear it, like, you're gonna see me, so it doesn't matter. But it's delicious. But basically, what are native image ads, right? So native image ads are ads that don't look like ads. Simply put, it's an ad that doesn't look like an ad, right? So this video is gonna teach you how to make native image ads. When you make native image ads, you want to have long form copy in your primary text. So like 1,500 word story in your primary text in your meta ads, right? And then you want to have the actual image. This video is just gonna go over the image, okay? If it goes over both, it's gonna be too long of a video. We're just gonna have the image, okay? So going back to what a native image ad is, right? It's pretty much an ad that doesn't look like an ad, right? So throughout this entire video, we're gonna be pretty much acting as if you're selling a product, a fat loss supplement, to middle-aged white men. Regular random product, right? And throughout this point, like, I'm also going to show you also later in the video how to actually make an ad. So I'm going to do it as if we're making a fat loss supplement product, right? So back to native image ads, right? If your avatar, as in this case, a fat white guy, open their phone while they're experiencing their pain point or mass. Also, I'm reading off my whiteboard, right? If they open their phone while experiencing their pain point or mass desire and took a photo, what would that photo look like, right? So let's say a mass desire, right? Pretty much a mass desire is like something your avatar really wants to achieve, right? So let's say in this case, the fat white guy, something he really wants to achieve, like a reason why he really wants to lose weight. He wants attention from women, right? He wants to find himself a baddie wife. He wants to get married. He wants to get cuffed, right? But he's fat and you feel like that's the reason why he can't get cuffed. So now he wants to lose weight. So let's say he finally reached that goal of losing weight and he's starting to get female attention, right? If he opened his phone while he was experiencing his mass desire, as he was at the point where he's like, wow, like I got what I wanted. I got the female attention, right? And he took a photo. What would be in that photo? In my opinion, I'm thinking, mind you, this is literally all you do for the ad, right? I'm thinking, okay, you can make an ad of him with his arms around a girl or something, or him holding hands, right? Literally just a photo of two hands like this. You can't even see it. Like two hands like this, facing down. That's it. Or an ad of him at the park. An ad, it could be an ad of just the girl, and then it's like him, and then like the primary text or the copy. It's like him talking about, oh yeah, you know, I found this girl, blah 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 blah. It was because this fat loss supplement. I was a big boy and now I'm a skinny boy, da da da. Right? So that's pretty much how I go about making my native image ads. Like, I kind of think about what would be the scenery if they achieved their mass desire, or if they were going, if they were experiencing their pain point, right? So let's say their pain point, right? Let's say the fat guy, he's going through this. Let's say the same desire as in he wants female attention, right? Let's say he was experiencing a pain point. It could be he's walking in the street. He asks a number for or let's say this. He goes on a date and he finds this girl on Tinder, right? And he goes on a date, and when he's on the date, he brings flowers and whatnot, and then he gets to the date and the girl's like, yeah, I don't think this is gonna work. She looks you up and down. I don't think this is gonna work. I'm gonna leave. Boom. So now he's experiencing his pain point, him being rejected by women, right? This is because he's fat. So you selling a fat loss supplement, you could have a native image ad as like, it could be a picture of him holding the flowers in his hand, but the flowers are kind of like, they're kind of dead. You know what I mean? Signify that, you know, maybe he got dumped or whatever, and you pretty much tell the story. Yeah, you know, I found a Tinder date, blah, 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 blah. Mind you, this is like the whole primary text, like long form copy. That's a whole different story. But now we're just focusing on the actual image, right? So, or you could show a picture of the flowers in the trash can, right? Or you could show, it could be random. Like you could show a picture of the reservation. You know what I mean? You can make like a fake reservation photo, be like, oh, I set this reservation, but it didn't work out, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, that's pretty much it. You want to find images that looks like images that people would actually take, right? And you want it to be either when the avatar is experiencing their pain point or when they've achieved their mass desire. Reason being is because those two situations are what's gonna tend. Oh my god, I'm not editing this, bro. I'm leaving this. If I stutter, I don't care. It's gonna tend to the emotions of your avatar to the best of your abilities, right? Those two situations are really gonna get them to like, oh man, I feel this, I can resonate with this, blah blah blah, right? So that's pretty much it. If you have questions, you can answer in the comments or I'll answer in my Discord, right? So what are the 3 ways you can actually go about making these ads, right? At least the 3 ways I go about it, right? So usually I go on Reddit and I pretty much find whatever photo I want to have. Oh, before we get to that, right? If you for some reason are not that good in the head and you can't think of any reasons, go to Claude and have Claude like make you ideas, right? What I mean is, and I should I do that? Yeah, I'll put a prompt down below so you guys can get a prompt. Just take that prompt and put it into Claude, and this prompt is going to be specifically just for creating ideas of what native image ads you could possibly make, right? So put that prompt into Claude, not ChatGPT, Claude specifically, right? And it'll ask you a few questions. I'll have it set up to ask you a few questions, and then it'll pretty much give you ideas on what native image ad ideas you can possibly think of, right? But once you get those native image ad ideas, right, there's 3 ways you can do it. You can either go to Reddit, get a photo from Reddit, regenerate the image, right? Go to Facebook, regenerate the image. Or you can have AI completely create you a prompt, and then you could recreate it and have AI make it, right? So the third option, because the third option is kind of like easiest to explain. Let's say you went the route with Claude and you had Claude make you, ideas on what native image ads could be, right? Or what you could use for your product, right? So let's say a fat supplement product. We gave it to Claude and Claude's like, yeah, you could do this, you could do that, you could whatever, right? Once you have that, like the list of like ideas, be like, okay, Claude, I like this idea right here. Make me an AI prompt that I can give to Nano Banana or something so it can create me this image. That's it. Take that, put it into your ads, and you're green, you're golden. That's all I do. And I got to a 6K day basically. That's all I do, literally, right? So now I'm going to actually show you guys how to do the whole Reddit and Facebook regeneration thing, because some people it's like a little confusing. All right, so now I'm pretty much going to show you guys what I mean. Go to site:/facebook.com, put that in your like URL, and then put in whatever you're gonna put. So let's say flowers in the trash. Let's say that's one of the my fault. That's one of the like pain points that I said for the like fat guy that wants to get some girls' attention. So this photo right here, right? You could put this photo, regenerate it with Higgsfield, right? So you go to Higgsfield AI, right? Higgsfield, go to images, and boom, you pretty much just take the image, put it right there into Higgsfield, right here, put it into Higgsfield where I'm typing, put it there, and just be like, regenerate this image, right? But obviously you're gonna have an image there, right? But to actually get the image, you literally just take it from Facebook. You know what I'm saying? That's the Facebook method. Just take it from Facebook. Reddit is the same way, okay? You want to type in a pain point or a mass desire. So this is a pain point, right? So let's say mass desire. Let's say skinny white man with arm around woman. It's kind of long. What is that? No. What is that? Skinny. Okay, let's just say white man with his wife. Jesus Christ, there's nothing here. What's up, bro? Married white man? I'm not gonna edit this out. I'm just gonna keep this here because this is sometimes the stuff you have to go through just to find a proper image, right? So mind you, I'm looking for an image of a guy with his arm around a woman, right? And if I can't find it, I'm just gonna go to the the third method, which is just AI prompt, and then have literally go to Higgsfield and just be like, make me an image of a white man sitting on a bench at a park and make him have his arm around a woman. Make sure they're both smiling. Make this in the daylight. What else? That's it. Like that should be enough. But you go and you generate that, right? But I still want to see if I could find the like this. If this was a white guy, why is it so hard to find? White man and woman. I'm gonna try to make this as simple as possible. Is that Haley Steinfeld? Yeah, it is. Okay. I keep on seeing this whole kissing thing. Like, I don't want to see that, bro. Like, kind of see. Okay, so man sitting on a park with wife. If I can't find this, I'm gonna actually go to Reddit. Okay, so boom, this is beautiful. Look, they're happy. This is what I mean. But okay, hold on. This image would not convert. I said that straight. This image will not convert because it looks too staged. You, like I said in the beginning, you want an image that literally looks like it came out of the person's phone. Like, if it came out, like if somebody was in their pain point or mass desire, let's say he was right here. This is his mass desire. This is what he wants. He wants to be with the baddie. He wants to get cuffed, right? How are you taking a photo from 5 feet away? That doesn't make sense. All right. The only way that you could actually create that photo is if you took a selfie, right? Ding, took a selfie. So that's what we're looking for, right? Put selfie, see if that works. Oh my God, we did it. We did it. This photo right here would convert. This would convert. This convert. Okay. We don't want that. That's not gonna convert. Like, it needs to show like this convert. That's all you need. And mind you, you're selling it. Like, your image doesn't matter as much as your copy. So your long form copy matters a lot more than your image, but people are having problems with the image. So I'm like, all right, I'll make a video how to show you how to do the image, right? So let's say this photo right here, you would take this photo and you would go to Higgsfield and you would put it into Higgsfield and have Higgsfield regenerate it. Reason being is because hypothetically, the person sees that you took their image and they're like, yeah, I'm gonna sue you now. Well, actually, it's not your image. AI regenerated it, so leave me alone. That's the only reason that I know to do it. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much it. I think that's literally everything. That's how you create native image ads. You want to do research as well. So research your avatar. Like, I was just pulling things from my behind. Like, I was just pulling stuff, like random stuff out of my behind that I think would work. But if you want to have a higher success rate on what actually works and what would actually convert, you want to go on Reddit, go on Facebook, like go into forums and literally research your avatar. So let's say back to this. Can I actually go back? Bam. Okay. Back to this person that is a fat guy that wants to lose weight to get female attention, right? You would basically go into Reddit forums and you would just be looking up, I don't know, like fat guy problems. You know what I mean? How to pick up, I could just go back and actually show you guys. Let me actually just go to Reddit because I realized I'm already here. So let me just, so let's say, I know you guys can't see, but give me 1 second. Fat guys, how to get girls as a fat guy, right? I'm gonna put it back on my screen. That's right here, right? Are any girls into fat guys? Are any tips on getting laid as a fat guy? Mind you, this is what people are actually researching, right? You would pretty much just click on this stuff. You don't need to read it. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't read anything. Not a single thing, okay? There is a Chrome extension that lets you take a screenshot of the entire screen, right? You take a screenshot of the entire screen and then you literally just give it to Claude AI. That's it. Give like 10 screenshots at a time. So 10 forums, give it to Claude AI. Also scroll all the way to the bottom. You want to make sure everything is opened. Then you will start at the top, screenshot it. It'll take everything from top to bottom. And then you want to give that to Claude AI. And then Claude AI is pretty much going to analyze it all, right? That way you don't need to spend your time and hours analyzing. You could just have AI do it. It'll probably be better. You feel what I'm saying? If you have AI do it, because to be honest, AI is higher in IQ than I am. Maybe you too, unless you're like Einstein, but more than likely you're not. So have AI do it, and yeah, that's really it. That's really it. do research here. Mind you, this is just for the fat guy. Women, what you did a fat guy. You know what I mean? So the reason you're doing this is because you actually want to figure out what are the actual problems. I put this experiences, trials, hardships, and problems that fat guys go through. If you're selling to fat people, to fat men, you want to know the stuff that fat men are going through. That's simple. Simply put, if you don't know the problems of a fat guy, you can't sell to a fat guy. You can't psychologically get in the head of a fat guy if you don't know the problems that a fat guy is going through. You know what I'm saying? That's like going to a fat guy and selling him a product is like, yeah, this whole, I don't even know, like something that fat guys aren't really like too keen about. This has 0 sugar. Yo, bro, no lie, if you're big, you probably don't care about sugar. Let's be honest, you know what I mean? But let's say you're selling to a gym guy, this has 0 sugar. They care more about their diet, you know what I mean? Like so you want to figure out like what's actually, like what do they actually care about? And instead of guessing, bro, go to Reddit, do it on Reddit. And if you don't want to go on Reddit, you can go to Facebook. But Facebook, you probably need to sign in, and it's hard at Reddit. Just go to Reddit. Okay, just go to Reddit. You can do Reddit and Quora too. Quora, I haven't done it personally, but I know it's like a Reddit 2.0. You can also use that, right? But how long is this? 8 minutes. So it's probably like a 15-16 minute video. That's not bad. That's not bad. But that's pretty much the entire process on how to create native image ads. I'm not gonna edit this. This is the end of the video, so you can probably click off right now. But the people who do stay, I'm gonna do like a little conclusion or whatever. Y'all don't got nothing. All right. Have fun making native image ads, and